Okay, we're going to be adjusting the valves on my 92 Toyota pickup with the 22 RE engine. First things first is remove the battery. Do I do this often enough to justify the quick release? Yes. Go ahead and start removing stuff to make room for work. Most of these are already like hard enough to know where they belong, somewhere where they will not be forgotten. Only this whole thing comes off in one go. Just make some room, try not to forget where things went, and record yourself if you're not going to remember like I am. So as you can see, we just are moving this, the vacuum nonsense. We're just moving things out of the way, just to try to clear it up. And we're putting the bolts back in. So sometimes I use zip ties to try to make sure things don't move back in. So I might do that over here as well. There we go, out of the way. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay, so we removed most of it. There's nothing else on the valve cover. So now it's time to remove these. And you have to make sure not to lose these. There's two of them. Half moon rubber grommets, one on each side. So when you lift, just make sure it doesn't disappear back there. All right, we're gonna lift as high up as we can. Hopefully this doesn't get in the way. And let's do this. In order to prevent losing these, I'm going to take them off as they come up. These rubber grommets, they're valuable and they're actually kind of expensive, so don't lose them. This one's kind of loose. I'm going to check this. I don't know why it's loose, but it shouldn't be loose. Alright, let's remove. I'm going to take these off. They're going to fall over. Let's lift and move. Very nice. It's fine. I've only opened this one up once before when I first bought it, but it looks fine. Why is this so? I think I just need a jam nut and then just tighten this one down. Other than that, he's fine. You want to check for any wear. There's a little bit of wear there, not too bad. Maybe one day I'll put a performance camshaft if I keep dreaming hard enough. Okay, I think this camera angle might work a little better even though you don't see everything. But yeah, so basically this one's loose. This one's a little loose too. Not loose, not loose. This one's loose. So the number one's at the front. And this is without me doing anything. This is, I haven't even rotated the engine yet. So I don't know what it's at. But okay, so I'm gonna be following the steps from LC Engineering, I think, where they do how to adjust your valves. So they want you to warm up the engine, but I'm not going to do that. And then you're supposed to remove the valve cover and the distributor cap. Position the piston at top dead center on the compression stroke, meaning the crankshaft pulley alignment. Crankshaft pulley It should be at 0 here. And the rocker arms for 1, the valves 1 and 4, 1 is loose, so this is loose, and 4 should be tight. And then let me see the picture here. Looks like we got a little cat helping us here. It even gives us a little picture, which is nice. So I'll be linking this to my video. So it looks like, I feel like you should always be doing your valves when you have time. This is not something you want to rush. This is like tuning a guitar. You want to take your sweet time and do it right. You can't rush through it, and that's why I don't like paying someone else to do it, because they might do it right, but it's your instrument. You're the only one who knows your instrument and what you want it to sound like. There we go. Here the distributor is pointing to 1. So I think the distributor needs to be pointing here, not here, here. So we got to turn the engine so it's pointing more this way. We're almost there. There we go. So to start off, I almost had it right from the stock. So this is where the timing gear is. And then the pulley, there should be a little white mark down there. Basically, that white mark is at the 0 mark. So that's also top dead center. And then you'll know your top dead center by how much play you have. So that's 1, skip that, right there. And then that's per the diagram picture. This picture is really nice to have. All right, okay. So the intake is sliding just fine. It's actually a little, it's grabbing good. There's no movement. That's fine. I checked this guy too. It slides very easily. Almost no resistance. So maybe we need to tighten them up a bit. I think they're fine like this. Yeah, they're grabbing fine. Okay, so these are fine, and I adjusted these valves like 2 years ago when I first bought the truck. So you don't really need to adjust them every year, but it's nice to do a little checkup. So that's actually pretty good. Clean your thingy. You don't want any grit in there. Oh yeah, that's how you want it. It like barely moves. It's hard to capture on camera, but you just want like that, not smooth, but kind of jerky. It's getting smooth. You know what? These could be tightened up a bit. This one could be tightened up just a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, same. I think it's fine though, because I prefer to leave my valves just a bit loose. Once they heat up, the metal expands and it gets tighter. So this is fine. Honestly, gold. Remember, you don't want to adjust just for the sake of adjusting. You want to adjust because you need to. My engine's been running fine. It's just a checkup. I have time today because I have a sick day and I was feeling down, under the weather. See, that one just slides too much. No, that's too slippery. Let's try 12. So 12 is what it's supposed to be. But personally, I like leaving my valves a little loose. That's just me. You don't have to do exactly what the manufacturer recommends because you're tuning an engine. You know, engine tuning is usually... Why am I missing that one? ¿Dónde está? So if you want it loose and you like it like that, then you do you, bro. You do you. It's a little loose, but it's good. All right, let's check this guy here. Back here. He's a little loose, but he's good. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we're good. So we rotate this thing to be completely opposite. And then we're gonna check the other ones. I guess you just check 4 at a time. That's actually really easy. That's not bad at all. Cool, let's keep rotating. There we go. Let me see if this works better. I was like, this would be so much easier if my truck wasn't in neutral. Was it neutral? There we go. Nice. I'm all moving the whole truck. Oh yeah. So it's almost, but we just gotta make sure it returns to the top dead center. There we go. Oh yeah. So he's at the opposite end, just like the picture, as we can see here. So my little guy, he used to be pointing this way, but now he's pointing this way. And then the timing mark, where is it? It's at 0, top dead center. And if we did it correctly, that means these two exhaust valves should be loose. So that's this one. Yeah, and this one. Nice. Also means these 2 intake valves should be ready. Yep. Easy peasy. Look at that. So you just need to turn the thing 2 times. No problemo. This one's a little tight, so I'm gonna loosen this one. Yeah, this one barely wants to get in. You have to really push it in. AR12. All right, and get a nice clean flathead. Okay. Cool. We'll hold it steady, que no se mueva, and loosen. Then we're gonna loosen a little bit, and then we're gonna turn. All right. All right, let's test it. Oh yeah, that is much better. Then this one should be the same. All right, let's check this guy. Oh, he's also very tight. He doesn't even want to get in. Okay. Okay, so this guy, what's the point of having a GoPro if you can't put it places where normally you can't? Okay, so this thing, it doesn't even want to get in. It's so tight. It's actually kind of tight, so. All right, there we go. Then we're gonna move it out a bit and tighten it back up. Nice and tight. That's smooth. And just to be sure, you can check it 1 step higher. Nope, that's still too loose. Okay, let's tighten it up a bit. Okay, and then we tighten it up a little bit and tighten it back up. Yep, that's hard for a 9 to get into. Oh man, that one's so sensitive. Let's try the 8 now. Let's see if the 8 gets in there just fine. Yep. Nice and good. Just like the other one. Yeah. And then this one. This one's a bit too loose back here. Yeah, it goes too smooth with a 13, so we're gonna tighten this one. We had to loosen this one and tighten this one. Like that. Okay, tighten and tight. Let's see. Good adjustment. I feel like any adjustment where you make the least amount of changes means your engine is healthy and you're not really messing with it too much, you're just tuning. It's like, imagine if all your strings were untuned. Oh yeah, that's great. That's great. If all your strings are untuned, it means you're probably tuning it wrong. You know, if like 2 or 3 of your strings are untuned, then yeah, it's normal. Let's see, slippery right there, slippery. And then slippery right there. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, that's good. And it's all about feel. You can't really see it on camera. But yeah, that's basically it. Let's tighten them all up. Once you're done, make sure you do a final inspection and we'll cover it up. It's gonna rain soon, according to the weather. I believe it, probably a drizzle. So yeah, let's put everything away ASAP. I think the edges are fine. Just clean them, make sure no weird stuff got in. Don't leave a towel in there. Make sure your half moon nonsense is still there. Yep, nice and sticky. I was just about to close it up when I remembered I had to tighten this one up. So I'm going to use 2 washers, jam them up against each other and lock it up. Let's see what happens. I stripped the threads a little bit, but it fixed it on the way out. Always gotta be careful. But at least this is nice and tight inside. Okay. Okay, cover went on. Just had to carefully put it on. Let's put the grommets back in. Again, you don't want to lose these or ruin these, because they can be deformed real easy and they're not cheap to replace. You also don't want to tighten them too tight. Alright, and then I'm doing this with one hand, so please forgive the lack of attention to detail. So this guy, let's put him back on as he was. It doesn't have to be too tight, just enough to hold it in. Check our work. All right, I think we're done. All right, we're gonna start it, see what happens. First go. Okay, and then later we'll check it after it's been warmed up.